What's up, guys? Today I'm going to review this net Bible here, this thin line regular print. I've got my brown one here too because there's a couple of things I do want to point out. A couple of little small differences or whatever. Here's the boxes for both of them. These are Thomas Nelson Bibles. Very nice Bibles. Very nice translation. I'm going to do a video probably soon, hopefully soon, about why I'm liking the net translation so much lately, which has always been a translation I've liked and used, but recently I've been able to get into it a little bit more after the revision and or the update, I should say, in 2019. It's a great translation, but anyway, Thomas Nelson's printing them now, so we have a print versions that we can buy, and it's phenomenal. This is the box for this Bible. Like I said, I've got this one. I want to show a couple of things. I've already done a review on this one, but this is the teal leathersoft thin line net Bible. Very nice box, white. Here's the features if you want to check that out. 8 3/4 point print size or font size in the comfort print. I will tell you that there's the ISBN. $29.99. That's it, is the retail. You can probably get it cheaper than that, but I mean, it's worth it. So anyway, there's the box. So let me show you real quick a couple little slight differences that I've noticed after having them for just a little while. This is the large print thin line, and this is the regular thin line. The large print thin line has a double stitch around the edge, and this one has a single stitch. They both have similar spines, of course, just net Thomas Nelson Holy Bible. They both have the little net logo here. I like that. It's very unique, very cool. It has its own logo. If I put these Bibles like this, you'll see the size difference. Not a big difference. About 1 inch all the way around is about all you have there in the size difference. So with that being said, in thickness, this one, the regular print is just, let me see if I can get that down. I don't know if you can tell. You can tell there. Maybe you can tell a little bit there. Maybe if I put the spines together. I don't know. There's not much of a difference. It's very slight. So anyways, the thickness, this one is a little bit thinner, I think. I will say that this teal, I like it. It's pretty. It's a very beautiful Bible. But like if you've got a little bit of a see, you can see right there, you can see stuff on it easy. You can't on this marbly brown looking one. This thing looks sweet. I love this marble brown look. It's very nice. But I'm going to be honest, this is probably the one I'm going to start carrying. I'm going to beat this Bible up and I'm going to test it. Now, here's something that I did notice. In the net Bible group that we have on Facebook, a friend of mine, she showed something that her Bible was doing that I didn't notice that if mine was doing it. So anyways, what it is when you open it up, how it snaps back so easy because it's bound so tightly. Well, there's something I've noticed that's different about this one than the large print, because I initially said mine doesn't do it. This, if you'll look, this line, this faint line that you see here, it's almost like in this one, they've got something extra in here. If I flip it over, you can see that faint line. It's actually nothing wrong. It's kind of like where it's folded in there. And it's nothing wrong with it. It's just what it is. It might be something they use to strengthen it or something. But you can see that faint line. That's the reason it's snapping back. It's a little bit tighter here. This one does not have that faint line at all. Like I can fold it back right here, the large print, and it'll stay open right there. It's coming up because it ain't broke in good, but it'll pretty much stay open. See, I can go right to the notes and it stays open. This one, I can go to Genesis and it snaps back. So that's what it is. There's something extra in here, and it's probably for durability. So I'm guessing that's a good thing. Like I said, you can't see it in this one, and you can in this one. So really, really neat. I think it's actually a good thing. I think it's something that's going to strengthen this Bible. Perfect hand size carry Bible. Net is, man, I'm telling you, if y'all have not read the Net translation and have not dug into it, I highly encourage you to do so. Thomas Nelson is doing great stuff, and they are printing this translation. It's not a new translation. It is the newest of our English translations, and to me, I'm really loving it. So, anyways, this one, it's the teal color, and you open it up. You've got your presentation page here. You got that, and then you've got no copyright page because the Net isn't really a copyrighted translation, which is another great thing about it. It is, but it isn't. You go to their website to read more about all that. So, anyways, there's your contents. There is to the reader. I highly recommend reading this because you'll see how the Net translation is a ministry first translation. It was actually invented basically to be an internet translation for free for people throughout, all throughout the world. So, here's all your Net translation team, your contributors, which is really neat. And then this, let's see, okay, that's it. I thought I was going to talk about the New Testament quote thing, which I'll show you. This is the Old Testament, Genesis, very readable font. I like how they've done the updates to these fonts. For it to be a small, thin line Bible to carry around, it's pretty readable. And it's line matched. If you look right here, you can see that this Bible is line matched. Kudos once again, Thomas Nelson, for laying this thing out where you can line match it. Well done. It's just line matching should be a standard in this day and time. The only complaint that I would say that I have is they still are doing paper, which it's a thick cardboard, but this needs to be vinyl. We need to make that a standard now. It's 2020. So, but other than that, I'm excited to break this little thing in and carry it around and use it every day. Read it. The Net translation, like I've said, is great. This thing has 2 ribbon markers, 2 big, nice ribbon markers. Let's see, there's your. It'll lay flat once you've probably messed with it a while and you've broke it in. I'm going to do a break-in on it after this video and see how much better it lays flat. But Ann was right; it will snap closed on you, especially new. Let me go to something here real quick in the New Testament so you guys can see something. In the New Testament, in the Net translation, I like it. It's not red letter, but one thing that they do that I really like is if it's in bold italics, it is a quote, direct quote of the Old Testament, okay? Which you're starting to see translations do that. I think that NASB has them in bold, and the CSB has it in a bold, not italic, but it's like a bold font. But something else the Net does that I don't think that any other translation does. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But not only do they, if it's a direct quote in the Old Testament, but if it's an allusion to an Old Testament passage or quote, not necessarily a verbatim quote, but if it's an allusion to it, the Net translation will actually put that in italics. Not bold, but it'll be in italics. So that they do that to distinctively show you the difference. Like right here's one. Right there. See how that's in italics? Let's see. Right here. For I have come to set a man against his father and a daughter against her mother. And it tells you so on and so forth. That's in italics. Well, it's in italics only because if you go down here, it's an allusion to Micah 7:6. And it is. I've actually looked at this one in this Bible already. It's an allusion to that. So it's showing you that that's an allusion possibly to Micah 7:6, which is really, really fascinating. And one more thing that they do, if I can find it, I may not be able to find it, is if it's a passage that has a that might have some doubt with the manuscripts or so on and so forth. Let's see, 23:14. Okay, that one's not there. But there is a few passages in the net translation that are in brackets, not necessarily just moved to the footnotes, but they're in brackets, which is really cool too. So I think it's a great translation. I think it's awesome. I really like this little Bible. It's going to be a great little carry Bible for me to use as my daily driver to read the net more and to dig it a little bit more. And their little notes here are abbreviated, but they have the full notes, and it's so many notes that it's unbelievable. The most important manuscripts omit chapter 23, verse 14, and you'll go right here, and there's 13, and you've got the little B there. 14 is gone. So they show you that. But there's also a few of them in here that are bracketed, and I don't see it right off the bat. I forgot which one it was. But anyway, when you get back here to the back, let's see, Revelation, and you basically have, it's trying to snap shut on me. I'm using one hand. You have a reading plan, and that's it. You got Revelation, a reading plan, and you've got a couple of maps. Literally, that's it. So perfect little thin line Bible, good little carry Bible. Really good to get acquainted with the net translation and see how you like it. If I had to say what it's similar to, I would say it's very similar to the NIV. Very similar to the NIV. So, if you like the NIV, or if you like the CSB, give it a shot. It's a great translation. Thomas Nelson's doing good things. But yeah, I think that's kind of an embraced part. I hope it's not something that will cause trouble. Maybe I'll know in the days to come. If it does, I'll do a video and show you guys. But anyways, this is it. This is the Teal thin line regular print net translation. Great Bible. Check it out. If you have any questions, comments, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. So I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, and keep a lookout for videos and giveaways.